straight out of the cold shower. The message is, every day you have to breathe deeply. Now I'm going to give you a few methods. Cold showers will absolutely force you to breathe deep. And I can't think of any other way that would make you breathe so deeply, so quickly, so drastically. And in fact, if you're a shallow breather, if you breathe from the chest, which I'd say the majority of the people are shallow breathers, they breathe from the chest. And shallow breathing, which has to do with chest breathing, it's not diaphragmic. Deep breathing is diaphragmic. It's from here. It's from this area, right? Like right here is diaphragmic breathing. And so people usually who have anxiety or depression, they breathe shallow. They have shallow breathing. And I'm not going to go into reasons and blah, 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 blah. This is not for it. I want to give you practical things to do here. Cold showers are the most drastic way of getting somebody to breathe deep. And in fact, yes, that was my point. If you're a shallow breather, you may not be able to handle a cold shower right off the bat. When I say cold, I mean you turn on the tap as cold as possible. If you're living in a warm country, a warm climate, you know what? You're not getting cold showers. You're gonna have to go through some other methods to breathe deep. You've got to live somewhere reasonably cold and just turn on the cold tap. That's it, nothing else. So you may not be able to handle a cold shower. You may be in there, you may be shivering, and so you want to start off slowly here and adjust and allow your nervous system to catch up, to play catch, because it may just simply be too much of a shock. Kind of like if you have been in a dark room all your life, and suddenly, it's like Plato's allegory of the cave, suddenly you leave your house and there is a sun, right? And you never know sun, and it's just too much of a shock. The sun is beautiful, it's light, it's energy, it's warmth, but you've been in the shadows all your life, so this is just a tad too much at once. And so you need to start seeing light very, very slowly. On the same token, if you have been breathing shallow most of your life, children, for example, breathe very, very deeply. And then as they go through society and social conditioning and bad food and anxious society and noises, etc., 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 then you become a chronic shallow breather. So it may be too much for you to take a cold shower right away. So other methods would simply be working out. Whether it's a simple jog or whether it's dancing. I did some dancing today, and if you put on some music and you really, really dance to the music, pretty soon you're gonna start sweating and breathing deeper. So do some dancing or push-ups or sit-ups, basic stuff, calisthenics. Use your body. Use your own body weight. You can do a lot with your own body weight. Simple jog, skipping rope if you have a skipping rope. But I would say every human being must do something every single day that gets them to breathe deeply. You don't have to take cold showers every day. I don't take cold showers. I don't take showers every day. When I take showers, they're cold showers, given that I'm living in a cold climate. I don't take showers every day. I don't need to. But whenever I take a shower, you know, whether it's every other day, every 2 days, every 3 days, depending, you know, on if I feel like, okay, I want to shower, then it's a cold shower. But I definitely do something every single day that gets me to breathe deeply. Gets my heart rate up, let's say. Okay, so get your heart rate up every day. Get it up every day, especially now in the quarantine and all this. I read a meme, a funny meme of this personal trainer, personal trainer, I think. And the meme is, or something, anyway, in just to paraphrase it here, my clients told me, before the quarantine, my clients told me I don't have enough time. So now they're telling me I have too much time to do something, you know, to work out or just do something to get your heart rate up. That's all. So another method, especially if you don't have access to cold water, you could do ice bath, but let's say this is too much of a hassle, is to do holotropic breathing / Wim Hof breathing. So you would literally mimic the breathing patterns that occur spontaneously, automatically in a cold shower, which is essentially hyperventilating, right? So all right, so you do that and you're gonna get pretty high. Laughter is another one. So this will actually realize so many of the good things that we enjoy in life that make us feel ecstatic, orgasmic. Sex is another one. Is associated with deep breathing, with deep breath work. Like if you do this breathing that I just did for 2 minutes, you know, I mean, you know, you start to feel, you know, lightheaded, your body's oxygenated, and you start to actually laugh. So laughter is another one. Laughter is huge. Laughter is huge. And I personally found that if I lay down on the couch or something, a sofa or bed, and I either, you know, meditate, or I listen to something funny, or I watch something funny even, it's easier for me to laugh. I guess because I'm relaxed, and to laugh, it requires the person to be relaxed, just overall relaxed. So laughter is another way. If you're laughing a lot, you know, the deeper the laughter, the deeper the breath. So laughter, sex for sure. I mean, when things get heated up, watch your breath, right? And if you want to prolong your own orgasm and even retain, you know, because if you retain and you do it in a way, you know, they call it tantric sex, but really it's, you know, this is just a name, really. It's retaining the retention of the semen, because when you're about to, you know, when your pipe is about to bust, let's say, what happens is your breathing, your heart rate's so much, it's up, and you can't contain your excitement anymore, and here comes the boom, right? Boom. So, but if you watch your breath, and you know, as you're really excited, and you just go, you really breathe deeper, and you really calm things, you'll be able to retain the semen, the life force energy. Also, you'll actually be able to have an orgasm that is much more pleasurable and long-lasting than letting go of your life force. But notice all these things that give us pleasure. Like, again, this breath work, cold showers. I mean, cold showers are ecstatic, orgasmic. Just go something like really cold water, 5 minutes straight. It's orgasmic, it's ecstatic, because and all the blood is rushing through your veins and rushing through your body. You could do breath work is another way. So, well, we said the Wim Hof breath work, that's a form of breath work. The other one is actually the other way around, which is really slowing down your breath. So really, like that's gonna take you a little bit longer, okay? It has its own beauty also. It has its own bliss, let's say. It's also a form of deep breathing. Anytime you're breathing deeply. If you go for a really intense workout, or you play a sport, you know, you feel really relaxed after. That feeling of, wow, like you're really relaxed, and after you get your heart rate to go up, then it really slows down, right? So you feel really good. So what else? What else can I think of here as a form of breath work, deep breath work? Yeah, I'm sure I'm missing some things here, but I think I covered the base. Oh, yes. So this is actually what not to do. And what not to do is whenever you eat, you want to eat the size of your fist. So, for example, let's give you an example here. Well, let's take a look. I got 3 oranges here, right? And you know, I'm not gonna eat the whole thing because it's, you know, it's got the skin and everything. If I was to peel off these oranges, right, and sort of maybe cut them up, I'd probably be able to hold what's in the oranges, the edible part, in one fist. Right now I can, you know, it's too much. It's really two of them in one fist. But because not the whole thing is edible, I'd say maybe 2/3 of this content here is edible, maybe even half, right? So if I actually extract the edible parts of the orange, probably I would say 3 oranges would fit, you know, the edible part in one fist. 3, you know, medium-sized oranges. That's a meal. Anything more than that is going to obstruct my breathing. It's going to obstruct the whole system, actually. It's going to obstruct everything. It's going to interfere with my breathing. I mean, when you do eat, your heart rate goes up. So your meals should be small. You know, I would say the biggest obstruction, actually, the most abused drug, the biggest obstruction to deep breathing is the consumption of food. And our society is a slave to its taste buds and its cravings, not even hunger. Hunger doesn't even kick in until like days after. It's not hunger. And that sensation you feel here, you know, when you think you mistake it for hunger, that's your body processing food. If you've done maybe a few days of water fasting or juice fasting, you know, after 3, 4, 5 days, you don't get that sensation here anymore because your body cleaned up everything, processed all the old junk. It's like that feeling where you mistake it for hunger, it's not even there anymore. So there you go. Like if you, for example, if you eat a meal, a big meal, good luck, like, going for exercise or something. Why do you think if you eat a meal, you know, a decent sized meal, you can't really work out or exercise after? Because your breathing is obstructed. If you want to exercise, you want to make sure you have an empty stomach. I exercise only on empty stomach, folks. I mean, if I eat, I really don't want to exercise after, unless it's a small meal, right? So pay attention to your breathing. Another way to deepen it as well is humming, which is a meditation. See, that also deepens your breathing. So there's so many different ways. You pick and choose whichever ways you like. Pay attention. Make sure you get your heart rate up every day, one way or another. Okay, that's about it. See you guys in the next video.